What's up, guys? Tonka here, and I wanted to just post a video and apologize. I've been making a lot of promises lately, and I haven't been following through on very many of them. I did start streaming about 2 to 3 times a week. That was going pretty good, but lately the content that I've been going through in Blade and Soul has been killing my CPU. So I haven't been wanting to stream that because I get like 5 to 15 frames per second. So I finally upgraded. So I got myself an i7 670 or i7 6700K. It's apparently one of the fanciest and newest. I did a little research and built myself a new computer. So I've been going and getting pieces. I had some pretty bad experiences with the motherboard. The first motherboard I got, I had to wait a couple extra days to get. I actually ordered it from Best Buy, and it took a while. Once I got it, though, it was DOA. So the next one that Best Buy was willing to ship me was going to take another week or so. So I actually ended up going to Fry's and just picking one up. But anyways, I got all that working. I got it all working last night, the 17th. And finally, everything's working. I downloaded Blade and Soul again and played it. And I'm getting some really good frame rates. Did Nightshade Harbor. And on the bosses, I was getting maybe 30 to 15 frames per second. But if I turn off characters, it goes up to like 45. So expect some more streams from me. I'm not going to make any promises to have the frequency, but there will be more streams in the future. So check that out. I wanted to talk about a post on the Terra subreddit that caught my attention. It was in the Ask Me Anything for the new community manager, Space Cats. And the post said, one of the previous CMs before you left because he wasn't happy with en masse transparency regarding population and revenue. I know a lot of players on a small server are unhappy and want a server merge to alleviate the issues that come with a small population, etc. So there's only been really one person that's spoken out that's left. That was a guy, and that was me. So he was talking about my tweet, and my tweet says, reason why I'm not a CM anymore, I think you should be totally transparent with the community, including player numbers and revenue. So that was a tweet that I posted, and I wasn't focusing on en masse. Yes, that is something that en masse didn't do, but that's not the reason why I stopped being a CM. The reason I stopped being a CM is because this is a very small piece of it, but there were a lot of things that I recognized as a community manager that companies mostly don't do. And one of them that bothered me a little bit, it's not the primary reason why I left en masse. It's kind of more focused on why I didn't want to be a community manager anymore. It's not en masse's fault. It almost makes it sound like, en masse was screwing up. And I didn't mean that in the tweet. But anyways, this was just a very small piece of why I didn't want to be a community manager anymore. Game companies share their revenue, their player numbers, and stuff like that with investors, big companies or big players, you could say, people with a lot of money that invest in the company. They're willing to share that information with them, but they're not willing to share it with the player base. En masse was guilty of that, but I don't think that's a primary reason why I left en masse. But it did make me not want to continue on and be a community manager because the rest of the industry doesn't really share that information either. I mean, your players are investors. They really are. They're one of the most important investors. And keeping them happy should be up there along with keeping investors happy, a typical investor. But anyways, that was just one small piece. I didn't really want it to be taken as like this is the primary reason why he left en masse. I understand why companies don't share that information, and I don't blame en masse for doing the same thing. I never really pushed that fact either. I never really made any sort of I didn't get worked up working at En Masse about sharing revenue, because that's what every company does. But it did make me not want to continue being a community manager at other companies. So I wanted to clear that up a little bit, and there will likely be some more videos in the future of other reasons why I didn't want to be a community manager, because there's plenty. It wasn't really one thing that made me leave En Masse, and there wasn't one thing that didn't that kept me from going to another company as a community manager. And I'll cover a lot of those in different videos, because I feel like I do want to rant a little bit about the games industry in general and the way that different community managers and different companies want to run their communities. So look for those. I'll probably do some good ranting. And I'll probably do some of that ranting on the podcast with Minea that she has promised to do. She's been very busy, so hopefully we'll get the podcast in this month. If not, it'll be in the future. She wants to do it. I want to do that podcast as well. So look for that. Anyways, I wanted to clear that up and put a little video out there. I've got Black Desert downloading right now. So hopefully this weekend I will be playing a little Black Desert and streaming to you. So anyways, I'll see you guys on the stream. I love you. Tonka out.